So the Rose Basketball Club have played in 2 games and it's not looking good for Lexie Hull. It's really not looking good for Lexie Hull. Like, I don't know. Imagine going from Christy Sides coaching where she doesn't really want to play you, and no matter what you do on the court, it doesn't matter because your coach doesn't want to play you.
Lexie Hull only spent 8 minutes on the court in 2 games with the Rose Basketball Club at the brand new unrivaled 3-on-3 league. Her team still looking for their first win with a record of 0-2. Meanwhile, her teammate Angel Reese has been busy putting up double-doubles in those same games. Is it just a coincidence? We don't think so.
She is, guys, she's back to mid-season form. She really is. She's absolutely delivering on that double-double. That's right. Points, rebounds, and, of course, losses. Just in the same way that the Chicago Sky melted last year when her double-double streak started, she cost her team a game.
We're about to uncover the truth behind this unrivaled mystery. Why is Lexie Hull sitting on the bench when her skills are a perfect fit for 3-on-3 basketball? And is Angel Reese's stat padding taking priority over the team's success? Get ready for some shocking insights and eye-opening revelations about what's really going on behind the scenes. Buckle up. It's time to dig in. Let's go.
And then eventually your coach figures it out and starts you and plays you 30 minutes a game and your team gets better. I think Lexie Hull is going through something like that right now with the Rose Basketball Club, because Lexie Hull has played in 2 games. She has played about 8 minutes combined.
It's honestly wild, watching a 3-on-3 basketball star sitting on the bench in a 3-on-3 league. Yet, that's exactly what's happening with Lexie Hull right now, and fans can't help but wonder why. Let's take a step back. Hull isn't just any player. She's a bona fide 3-on-3 pro with both gold and bronze medals from Team USA to back it up. This is an athlete who's proudly represented her country multiple times in international 3-on-3 tournaments. She's the real deal, no doubt about it.
Not only that, she's been good. Like, the problem isn't that Lexie Hull has been garbage. Lexie Hull has played well. That's the weirdest thing, is that she's actually played well. There is one issue with Lexie Hull, which is why I think she's not playing, but I think she has actually played well. And their team...
Now, imagine the shock when Hull played just, wait for it, 8 minutes across 2 games in the unrivaled season. Yep, 8 minutes. That's barely enough time to heat up a frozen pizza, let alone show off the basketball skills of a seasoned pro. Fans are definitely scratching their heads on this one.
It's 2 games where other people got to play a lot and she didn't. So 2 games are 2 games, okay? And so for 2 games, we see Lexie riding the pine.
Here's where things get interesting. The 3-on-3 format should be Lexie Hull's playground. With fewer players on the court, there's more room for sharpshooters to work their magic. And guess what? Hull's got that sweet 3-point shot. In fact, last season with the Fever, she finished 2nd in the league for 3-point percentage. That's not just good, that's elite.
People were commenting that, man, whoever, when Lexie's guarding the person with the ball, they don't score. They don't score because we know what kind of defense. We know she's scrappy. We know she slides those feet. We know she gets her hands on lots of balls, as she says, on basketballs. She's a lockdown defender, and we got to see that. Lexie can also shoot. So I got to ask too.
But here's the thing. It's not just about offense in 3-on-3 basketball. One-on-one defense becomes key, and Hull excels there too. Her defensive stats have been solid, proving she can shut down top players with ease. So we've got a Team USA vet, a sharpshooter from beyond the arc, and a lockdown defender. Sounds like the perfect mix for 3-on-3 success, right? Well, apparently not everyone got the memo.
Just stay here and be in Miami and just sit on the bench. Maybe that sounds harsh, and I am a team player, and I'm willing to sit on the bench when it's time, when if that's what's best for the team. But I'm just saying, I can't figure out why she barely, especially the second game, like nothing at all. Everybody in double figures, and Lexie just sitting there because Lexie is not in the game.
Take a look at players like Kayla McBride and Kate Martin from the Laces Basketball Club. They're absolutely thriving in systems that make the most of their shooting abilities. These 3-and-D specialists are proving exactly what players like Hull can do when they're given the opportunity to shine.
Chisels out space. Money Martin. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Money.
You gotta love Money Martin. Kate Martin, just an excellent shooter. She runs the floor so well. And one of the things that Coach Wade talked about was coming into this league being in shape, and Kate has done a great job of being prepared and running the floor.
Instead of lighting up the scoreboard, though, Hull's sitting on the bench while her team holds a disappointing 0-2 record. It's enough to make you wonder, what's really going on behind the scenes here? There's definitely more to this story than meets the eye.
And we saw Kate Martin have one of the best performances of the weekend with a double-double at the guard position off the bench in limited minutes, where she did unbelievable.
The whole situation is honestly baffling. Hull's playstyle is tailor-made for 3-on-3 basketball. She's got the resume, the skills, and the experience. So why? Is she stuck on the bench instead of leading her team to victory? This isn't just a head-scratcher, it's a full-on mystery. We've got a player who should be dominating the 3-on-3 format, yet she's barely even on the court. It's like having a star quarterback and choosing to make them the water boy. So, what's really going on here?
People are saying, oh, she should have never went to Unrivaled. I still think, look, she's getting paid, what, 100 and something K? At least. Could be paid up to $250,000. She's everywhere. It's going to help her out. She drew the short straw with her team. The way the coach wants them to play is just not the way Lexie Hull is good at.
Let's dive into the Rose Basketball Club's current dilemma. You'd think having a player like Hull on your roster would be a surefire path to success in a 3-on-3 league, right? Well, apparently not if you're the Rose Basketball Club. So, what's going on here? It almost feels like they're following a How to Lose Basketball Games 101 playbook by keeping Lexie Hull stuck on the bench. In their first game against Vinyl, Hull did manage to sink a crucial three-pointer when the team was trailing, giving us all a glimpse of her potential. But instead of building on that momentum, the Rose team doubled down on their baffling strategy.
The problem is that her team doesn't need 3-and-D because they rely on the double ball handler strategy, which is a bit weird. And Chelsea Gray again is just throwing passes anywhere. I wonder how many assists Chelsea Gray had. She had 6 assists, 3 turnovers. She is just firing the ball anywhere. I don't even know if some of these are passes. Some of those behind the back things, I don't even know if they're passes. She just I don't know if she's mishandled the ball or she's trying to throw a pass half the time in this. Chelsea Gray's distribution's been horrific.
What's even more baffling? Hull's defensive skills are no joke. In that same game against Vinyl, she effectively guarded Ryan Howard, one of the top players on the opposing team, and helped secure a crucial stop. Yet somehow that wasn't enough to earn her more playing time. It just doesn't add up.
They play high pick and roll, not necessarily just high pick and roll, but something into a high pick and roll, whether it be a handoff, whether it be some cuts, whether it be something, but everything is something into a high pick and roll and go to the basket, or clear out, cat copper, go ice, or Chelsea Gray try back you down and shoot. Lexie Hull can't create for herself, and she's not on a team that suits that.
Fast forward to their second game against the Lunar Owls, and Hull might as well have been sitting in the stands. She didn't score a single point and barely saw any action on the court. It's almost like the Rose team is allergic to winning at this point.
It's clear Lexie Hull is doing well on defense, as well as anyone can do in this type of setting on defense. She's doing as well as anyone can do, and she's one of 2 from 3? She's hit a 3. She hit a nice catch and shoot 3. The way the Rose play is they have 2 shot creating guards, and they kind of go your turn, my turn, and you have to be able to create your own shot with the way the Rose play. A lot of people are going complaining about the coach for playing Lexie Hull because Lexie Hull's coming in, doing a job, doing well. The problem is that Chelsea Gray, Brittany Sykes, Cat Copper can all create. Azare Stevens and Angel Reese's jobs. Angel Reese a little bit different because if she gets on the board, she pushes it a little bit and she can kind of go to the wing, plays a little bit of point center. But their job is to roll and seal. That's it. That is all their job is. They do some other things, but their job is to roll, seal, and hand off.
Let's break down the Roses' game strategy for a moment. They seem to be focusing on shot creation from their guards, which sounds good in theory. But here's the issue. Hull excels in a more structured catch-and-shoot role. It's like they've got a Ferrari but are trying to use it as a delivery truck. It just doesn't make sense. Successful 3-on-3 teams know how crucial spacing is and how important it is to play to each player's strengths. With fewer bodies on the court, you'd think Hull's sharpshooting would be the perfect fit. But nope, not for the Rose.
Pick and rolls, pick and pops, handoffs, and every other player on the team has to be the pick and roll ball handler because they do not spot up. There are no spot up opportunities. It is pick and roll, hit inside, and yet they're shooting they will shoot some threes. But look, as a team, they shot 10 threes. They shot 10 threes as a team. And almost all of them were off screens pulling up. They do not spot up as a team. So Lexie Hull, who is a 3 and spot up shooter, not a shot creator, has no role with this team.
Think about all the moments when Hull's skills could have been the game changer. When the team needs a crucial three-pointer to stay in it, she's on the bench. When they need a defensive stop to keep the other team from pulling away, she's still sitting there. It's like watching a chef refuse to use salt in their cooking. You know it would bring everything together, but for some reason, they just won't use it. It's baffling.
Pulled right out of this game. Turnovers, fouls. It was a disaster. Old for everything, as one person pointed out, in the fourth quarter. So Angel Reese was 3 of 7 from the field. Once again, cannot get to that 50% mark. 5 turnovers, 14 rebounds, 10 points, and a big, fat, juicy L. 79-73. Her team lost the game.
So, is there a method to this madness? Are the Rose playing some long game that we're all too simple to understand? Or are they just making a huge mistake that's costing them their first win of the season? At this point, it's tough to say. But one thing's clear. If they keep this up, they might want to change their name from the Rose Basketball Club to the Thorn in Their Own Side Club. You know what they say. Numbers don't lie. But in Angel Reese's case, they might be telling only half the story. Her double-doubles are stacking up faster than the Rose's losses, and that's no coincidence. Let's take a deeper look at what's really going on here.
Once again, guys, looking like a baby deer or a baby giraffe out there. I cannot believe that somebody that looks this uncoordinated is a professional athlete. It's shocking to me. She's really one of the few, maybe the only one I can tell that looks this way on the court. Just like out of place playing a game they've been playing. It's weird.
The Angel. Reese stepped onto the court and walked away with a shiny 10-point, 14-rebound double-double. Impressive, right? Well, not so fast. Those eye-catching numbers came with a side of 5 turnovers and a shooting percentage that would make a Little League coach cringe, just 42%. Sound familiar? Looks like we're seeing more stat padding in action.
You can imagine missed layups from last night. Man, I mean, what is really going on here? You see that, and then right, whatever that is. I don't even know what that was. One more time. Oh, my God. I'm going to drive to the basket, and then I'm going to mess the ball up. No layups. Whatever that is. We don't know what that is. They haven't identified exactly what the hell that is.
Now let's talk about Reese's playing style. It's often called aggressive, which is just a polite way of saying she charges around the court like a bull in a china shop. Sure, she's worked on her footwork and can push the ball off rebounds, but when it comes to her layups, let's just say she's still laying some bricks. And don't even get me started on her passing. It's definitely a work in progress.